allow me to introduce myself. I'll be here tomorrow.
Yes.
And then the Radiothon is Thursday and Friday.
So wait, you're not White Sox manager.
Yeah.
Okay. You're
Vice
not
president?
the vice presidential candidate for the Democratic Party.
No.
Or the vice president of baseball. It didn't even want that job. I was given the presidency.
From the running immediately.
Immediately. With good reason, frankly.
Yeah, but tomorrow is going to be my last Parkins and Spiegel show. And I will be ending my full-time employment at the Score with the Radiothon. And I am not allowed yet to say exactly where I'm going, but if anyone has been on the internet and checked out the speculation, I'm sure you can connect the dots. I should have the ability to say all of the details on that tomorrow. This is incredibly emotional for me and has happened very, very fast. I wish I could have given a little bit more public notice, but trust me, it's happened incredibly fast in my personal life also. I'm grateful that we get a goodbye show because I truly love what Speegs, Tanny, and Shane and myself have created in afternoons. And, this is a life-changing opportunity for me and my family. And so I don't leave here lightly. And, listen, when I was 16 years old and I joined the radio station at New Trier, I wanted to host Afternoon Drive in Chicago. That's been my dream for 20 years professionally. That's been my dream job, listening to Dan and Terry and Mac Yurko and Harry. It was Howard Stern on the way in and those two guys on the way out in, probably the heyday of Afternoon Drive in this city. And when I got it, I thought I was going to be here for 25 years. I can pass a lie detector test on that because I never really thought maybe it was from insecurity or self-deprecation. It wasn't for lack of ambition or belief in my talent, but I didn't really think that, this was going to be possible for me. Thought maybe like a side hustle or an extra project or this or that, but I didn't think this was really possible. And then I've started to kind of change that, given some things that have happened. And it's happening. And so I'm incredibly excited about where I'm going. And I've loved my 7.5 years here. It has literally been a dream come true.
Let me hop in and quarrel with only one thing in there.
Yeah.
The heyday of Afternoon Drive. It's been the last 4 years, my friend.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Very proud of this show and what we've done. And we'll have a chance to talk all about that. But wishing you the best, very happy for you. And just wanted to say, very proud to have been a part of what we have done.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congrats. And I'm not gonna be here, so this is it.
I know, man.
So wait.
Yeah.
Can we put to bed the rumors that Dan will be going with you to whatever new place? Because it's very convenient that Dan all of a sudden got time off.
We tried. We tried
to package.
Yeah, everybody here. It's one of those. You take the good money.
They're not ESPN. They weren't as successful in doing something like that.
Kind of an NBA trade. It's like
Zach LaVine right here.
Yeah. You want Alex Caruso? You got to take Zach LaVine. And maybe we'll get a higher level of prospect or a better pick. They didn't go for it. So Bernstein's here.
But Dan, you were at that high school radio benefit when you asked the room, does anyone here know for sure that they want to work in radio? And I raised my hand, and you said, well, then you better have supportive parents.
I always say you better have supportive parents who love you, who also have enough disposable income.
Yeah, and I was my parents checked that box or those boxes, and listen, man, I'll never forget when I got the job. Mitch told me that I had the job to come here to do middays. I didn't know who I was working with.
Hello.
Ended up being Speegs. You were the first one to call. You were the first one to call. And so, man, I listened to you back in high school. Obviously, I've listened to all of you guys for a long, long time. And it's been a true honor to work with you guys.
Thank you.
A true honor.
Back at you. And it is so cool to see someone get you've made it very clear that you have wanted to do other things.
Yeah.
And you have
ambition. You've always had ambition.
Yes. It's great to see those opportunities fulfilled because you haven't cut a corner. You've done a lot. People think that these jobs, you roll out of bed and you just kind of do what you do. And there are some people who might be able to get by doing that, but you haven't. I will say the level of work that you put in, without cutting a corner, while writing a book, while doing award-winning investigative journalism in this town,
raising a
family, and while losing your brother and your father at a time in your life where that is cruel and unfair. To do all of that and to come out of this with this opportunity, I think is wonderful and remarkable. And as I told you privately, I'll say it publicly, to the extent that I'm allowed to be proud of you, I am.
That means a lot, man. Yeah, thank you. That means a lot. You're welcome.
If I can offer something, I said it before, but I really want you to take this to heart, Danny.
Okay, I'm not great at that. Go ahead.
I want you to enjoy this, like this part of it, because anytime that whether you're leveling up or you reach something, like you're like, hey, reach the top of the mountain. Oh, look, there's another mountain over there. I don't want you to do that. I want you to go to this new place, and I want you to stop and look around. And I want you to enjoy the view of what it is that you got to. And don't worry about anything else. I want you to allow yourself to enjoy that moment. Like when that light comes on that first time, that first week, that first month, and be like, I'm here. And you don't have to do anything else. Like you don't have to go, well, I'm here. What's next?
What's next? Yeah.
I don't want you to do that. I want you to, and I also say that is to tell you to not obsess about it, even though you've obsessed about getting to that place. You did it. Now, that doesn't mean rest. I'm not saying that.
All right, good.
I'm saying enjoy the hard work that you've already put in, that you're in the space now where you can go, man, look at this, and then sit in it for a while and enjoy it because you earned it.
Well, thank you, man. I appreciate that very much. And I definitely know that I'm the guy who at some point have said in therapy, like I can see myself 20 years from now being like, I should have enjoyed it more along the way and like stop it. Like I'm aware of my personal flaws and defects.
That's what Steve Stone said earlier today. He said no one on their deathbed says they should have worked more.
Yeah.
Right.
And exactly. And it's drive, it's ambition, it's competitiveness, it's probably some ego, it's some insecurity. It's a lot of things.
It's the American life, man. David Foster Wallace said, whatever you want most in American life, you are in danger of never feeling like you have enough. Because that's kind of part of the manifest destiny of how the country has become what it is. So whatever it is. And then, I think I told you I was listening to Seinfeld on Neil Brennan's Blocks, and one of the things he said was that he had some young people around a table with him, and he said to the young people, he said, look, just so you know, if the work isn't fulfilling, neither will the money be fulfilling. So, like, make sure the work
money.
I don't know.
Speaks, I'm with you on that.
So, like, if the work, if you don't find a way to make the work fulfilling, then the money will also not be fulfilling. I absolutely believe that. So,
and listen, this has been.
We talk about it all the time. Billionaires can be miserable bastards.
Oh, and most of them are.
Yeah, $200 million ball players can be miserable bastards who don't get the most out of their life.
That is true.
We see it all the time.
Yeah, and listen, I've basically worked for one company my whole career.
That's right.
Because it was Entercom. I came here for CBS Radio, and then Entercom bought CBS Radio because they couldn't stand to lose me. Like 3 months into it, I think that was the reason.
That's what the email said.
Yeah, I think it was what the email said from the CL. And so, like, I basically worked for one company, and like I don't take it lightly from where I started at $30K a year doing 2 hours a day, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. in Kansas City, to afternoon drive home of my two favorite teams as a kid, Cubs and Bulls, interviewing Craig Counsell, my brother's childhood best friend. I've been able to leverage that to. I was over in Austin this morning seeing for the ribbon cutting of the grocery store. My last broadcast will be hopefully raising over $1 million for brain cancer research in honor of my brother being here while those tragedies happened. Like this has been fulfilling. Like, and I've shared the most difficult time in my life by far with you guys and this audience. And so I know that the next thing, they're not going to give me 24 hours of TV time to raise money. But I mean, we'll see. But I will say this:
it's possible.
And I haven't. It's amazing to me also. Like people in our industry do not always get goodbye shows.
Nope, most of them don't.
Correct. So I don't take that lightly. And being able to walk into Mitch's office and Kevin's office and tell them this news and have them be happy for me and shake my hand and say that I still have a place on this radio station. And so, like, you are going to hear from me and the Radiothon is going to continue and I'm going to have a part of that. And, like, that means so much. And the new job knows that the Radiothon is going to continue. And, like it means a lot. Like, it means more than I will be able to articulate on the 3-hour show today and the 3-hour show tomorrow. But, yeah, that's what's happening. So tomorrow is the last Parkins and Spiegel show. Then the Cubs for a Cure Radiothon.
I think you should flip it.
And
I
then
think you
I'm
should
out.
do Spiegel and Parkins tomorrow.
Now, that's a very
different show. Yeah,
Right.
full circle.
It's a very different show.
You
I
have to
don't know.
retrofit everything, all the
No,
work
you're
you'd
right.
have to do.
Danny's got it all archived.
I get the man the next couple of days, so I wanted to shut up and let you guys talk. But let me just say, in terms of the listeners and the mob for this show, what a big part of our experience they've been. And we will roll on. We're not exactly sure what it's going to be. There are some ideas, there are some plans, there's some dreams, all that stuff. But, this is a very, very tough loss for the score. Danny has become an integral and wonderful part of all of our lives. But we will soldier forth as this radio station has for, what do we have, 32 years right now?
Mm-hmm.
Which is pretty crazy. So just wanted to nod to the mob and say, we got you.
When is the Goodfellas treatment?
Tomorrow's open. Tomorrow.
Okay.
Tomorrow at 4?
At 4 o'clock?
At 4 o'clock.
Tomorrow at 4 o'clock.
Tomorrow at 4 o'clock.
Don't rush genius.
Yeah, my bad.
Yeah.
My bad, Tate. Yeah, no, tomorrow
I
at 4.
believe-
These guys have been planning since they knew that there's a whole thing planned for tomorrow
The
that
crazy
I don't
part
know
is
anything
that they've
about.
been planning since you started.
I know.
Goodfellas? Yes, no, it is. It's 43 minutes long. The Goodfellas.
Yeah.
You think I'm joking? I mean, Tanny's been working on it for 3.5 years.
Yeah.
In hopes. You know what I mean?
Right. In the hopes of that someday.
been
He's like
manifesting.
weirdly happy. Like I've never seen him smile so much. Yeah.
What did Brandon Marshall say? Like making the future happen or whatever he said, manifesting the something. I don't know. Nailed that.
That was beautifully put.
Well, it's all good, and it's nothing but the best thoughts and the best wishes,
Right.
and I echo everything Lawrence says about not losing sight of enjoying and pat yourself on the back, congratulate yourself, and give yourself some time to do that, and then get to work.
Happy for him.
Yeah.
Very happy.
I mean,
for
Des
him.
Moines is going to be great.
Yeah.
So-
You're going to love it there.
Yes is silent.
The S's are silent.
Yeah. Oh.
I thought it was worth the friendly village.
Yeah. No, thank you guys.